Hey everyone, Livy here, back with another video, and I am actually very excited to talk about this parcel. This is a tarot deck that it is an indie tarot deck, and this deck, as far as I've seen, has not gotten coverage anywhere else. So I'm excited to talk about this one today. This tarot is tentatively known as the Magical Illustrated Tarot. And the reason why I say tentative is because the creators question mark. It's I'll explain a little bit more about that. But they don't have an exact name for this. It kind of just became what it is. So that's why I say Magical Illustrated Tarot, but I will also propose the actual creator, like the artist of this deck. So it's a little confusing. You can get this deck on Etsy by Mango Milk Studio, but the actual creator is Mango Milk's, it's her fiance, and the creator is Staichu Tattoo. I hope I said that correctly. You can find Staichu Tattoo actually on Instagram, and they are both from Poland. So this is a Polish tarot, and I'm excited to talk about this one today. It has a really interesting story too, because I did not see this deck anywhere besides like randomly finding it on Etsy. I was just like, what's up with this deck? Like, what's the story with this? So I messaged the creator to find out, and this deck actually has a very interesting story. So as I try to peel this off, I'm going to talk about that a little bit. So I messaged them, and I'm going to try to paraphrase because it was a long message and great message, but obviously I want to paraphrase for this video. The little packaging's like this, though. This is so cute. Okay. And what they said, or what she said, basically, was that this deck came about because the artist, Staichu Tattoo, so it's a tattoo artist and a digital artist, by the way. So that's how this deck came into inception. She got commissioned, basically, to create a tarot deck for a convention that was going to be in Poland. And basically, she was very excited, was working on it for months and months and months. But the person who commissioned this deck to be into being, unfortunately, kind of pulled a dick move. And he was like, sorry, y'all, I don't want to pay you because, you know, I don't have money. So they were kind of put off. This deck was supposed to be for a convention, you know, like a special gift kind of thing. And it did not get to be that way, which is unfortunate. But I'm excited to share this because one thing I noticed about this deck is that I was really attracted to the artwork. I'm going to show it in just a second. I was really attracted to the artwork, but another thing that I found really cool about this deck is that it includes a lot of magic. There are more femme presenting beings in this deck, as you're going to see. And there's also a lot of pride elements. So always love to see that. So now we're going to get into the actual unboxing here. I'm going to pull this off the best I can. I'm so excited. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, see, so tarot deck by Staichu Tattoo. What is this? I always like extras, guys. Oh my goodness. What is this? What is it? How do I get this open? Oh, okay. Whoops. Did this kind of reversed. Okay. Whoa. Oh, cute. There's little stickers. Okay. Catch the Night. Very cute. Run with the Moon. Oh, this is cute. Your trash, my treasure. Love it. Oh, and what does this say? Ghost coffee. Oh my goodness. I'm obsessed with these stickers. They are so cute. Okay. And then it says, thank you for your purchase. You're the best. Oh, I get a discount code. Okay. Anyways, I'm going to put those to the side. Very cute. Hope my story was coherent enough, by the way. But yeah, so basically this was a commission deck. Guy did not make it happen, but they decided to make it happen. The fiance team. And I'm excited. So, whoa. Okay, there's more stuff. Whoa, what is this? Oh my goodness. There's like feathers in here. Oh, whoa. Okay. Do you guys see that? It's like cute. Some kind of animal downing. Interesting. This tarot deck is a labor of love, self-published, which means that every purchase is a huge support for us. Thank you. Thank you for creating this deck. There's a bookmark here. Ooh. This is a cool illustration. There's more of Staichu there. Both on the back. A little bookmark. I like that. There's also a jar of self-care. That's cute. Rest and relax. Comfort food. Let the tears flow. Pinch of You're Enough. I love that. More stickers. And then more of their art stuff. See, so very cool style. Personally, I find there's more stuff about them. I personally like it. I like the illustration style. So I was very attracted to that, which is why I was interested in this deck. Okay, cute little feathers, but I'm going to move this to the side now. So this deck, as I can feel, it does not have any, if you get this on Etsy, if you decide, if you're very curious, there is no other wrapping but this. So I am eventually going to put this deck in a bag. Interesting. Okay. Let me, oof. I'm going to just rip that part. Okay. Cardstock. This is the tarot world, so we have to talk about this a little bit. Oh, interesting. And it starts with the Queen of Wands. Okay. Cardstock. Very, to be honest, it's very on the papery side. And this area, it's like you can tell, I don't know if you guys can tell if it, there we go, if it catches the light. It's more, definitely feels like textured paper, like it's more 3D, like printed in that way. Okay. So interesting. It's definitely too on the thin side, so it should be shuffleable. And let's see here. So I don't know if this deck, the way it was put, yeah, it doesn't really have like a, it looks like they start backwards. So it starts with wands. We'll get into the other stuff. Yeah. I don't know where the, oh, okay. Maybe I'll reverse engineer this. Hang on. We will start with the major arcana and then we will move into the minors. So we will put these aside. A little rough on the edges too. But those are the backs. Just black and white. And this is the deck. Okay. And these are actually a smaller size because I have small hands and it fits pretty well in that. So it's a smaller size deck. This is our Fool. This is one of the images that like appears on Etsy. Like one of the first that you can see. I liked the expression on the Fool. It gives me like a very youthful looking vibe. You know, like you can tell that like they have like an interesting expression on their face. So there's a lot of I don't know how to explain it. Like you can just tell there's like a story here. Like this is going to be a very interesting Fool. This is the Magician. Very cute. Not what I normally think of the Magician, but like you can tell they've got some magic and they got a cute little familiar. Oh wait, you can see at least upon, I see the cup there. They have the pentacle and then there's a wand and then the sword. So you have all the elements. How nice. Like that. Okay, next. The High Priestess. Interesting. She definitely seems mysterious because part of her face is covered up. And I'm noticing that a lot of this deck has definitely like warmer tones to it, which is interesting because the backs are black and white. I wonder if this is a nod to the tattoo, like to the artist themselves being a tattoo artist. Not that they do a lot of black and white. I've seen some of the tattoos on their Instagram, but some of them are. So I wonder if it's because of that background. But this is the Empress. I like that she's not pregnant. I've talked about this before. I just don't care for that. But she seems very homely. You can see the abdominal, not really autumnal, but you know what I mean, like the harvest like background to it. I like that. Does the job. This emperor's interesting. He has seen things in life. He's a little he's been worn down by life basically, but you can see the ram horns. Gives off emperor vibes though, so that works for me. Hierophant, this one has taken on a more traditional, like, religious quality to it. Not always my favorite interpretation, but, like, you could tell that's the Hierophant. Aww, they're cute. I like these lovers. How cute. Okay. And then, oh, interesting. So this is a Chariot. What's interesting on this one is that you can't see the person who's, like, calling the shots, but they have like the little whip, and then both the dogs are kind of going in different directions. This is really interesting from a tarot standpoint, right? It's like this is showing the Chariot kind of going off the rails already. Find that interesting. Strength. Oh, this, I kind of like this. This is like kind of sorry, I realize like I have too many portions back here. Let me move this. Okay. But I kind of like the strength a lot because you can see that obviously she's been through it trying to get this dog under control. So the dog has now been muzzled, but it took a while. So that's a good strength in my opinion. This is the Hermit. More traditional imagery, just showing, you know, like the lantern, the light, but it does its job, like working as a deck. The Wheel of Fortune. I do like the Sphinx cat. I've talked about this though. I usually like my wheels a little more like interesting, but I do like the cat. It's a beautiful illustration at least. Justice. Very traditional justice. Justice being blind. Like that though. It has a strong stance. I like this one. I like the green. Oh, I am noticing actually it's doing like a color change. It started with warm colors and slowly going into the cool colors. This is our Hangman. Hangman's very traditional, does his job. This is like a very, it's interesting because it doesn't have the RWS like, what's called? It doesn't have the RWS stances necessarily, but it does follow it enough. So this could work for like beginner decks. Again, I'm not 100% on the card. Like, it's interesting. The cardstock, when you feel it, it's very like, you could feel all the raised bits. Like the roses here have like texture. So I'm not 100% in love with it, but it works. Like, it's fine. Anyways, this is Death. Beautiful Death though. You see the death and then you see still the rebirth. So that works. Temperance. Wow, I just noticed this Temperance is literally like a part of the mountain. That's so cool. I like that. Oh, this Devil. This is a cool Devil. By the way, I noticed that I'm filming at night, so the lighting's not the greatest. So this actually in person, you guys probably see it as more blue. But in person, it actually has more green tones. It'll probably be more obvious if this deck gets more attention in a different video that's during the day. You'll see it more. But this is a really cool Devil. I like that. Wow. And this tower, though. This tower is so interesting. Because obviously, like, it's the person's kind of in the tower and they're getting the epiphany, but they're, like, breaking and things are, like, starting to fall apart. It's them. It's, like, just a really interesting, cool visual of that. Did not expect that, but that's cool. And then the star. She is literally the stars. Look, there's, like, constellations. That's so cute. And then the moon. You could see the moon brief. It's hard because, again, I know I'm filming at night, but there's like a moon back there. That's cool. I don't know if this gives me like as much of the moon card vibes, like what meanings I get from the moon card, but it's very pretty. Oh, and the sun. I like at least that it's not the naked baby on the horse. You still get the horse, but it's not the naked baby. And then you can see like very faintly, but you can see there's like the sun back there. Very nice. And Judgment. This is a pretty judgment. Do you like that? And finally, for the majors, we have the World. Very nice. Okay. Wait, I was flipping these over and then I randomly I don't know what I was doing. Okay. Very nice. So that was the major arcana. Now that that's done, we can finally get into these. And it looks like there's no rhyme or reason with the quartz. So they're kind of in reverse order. Or like in an interesting order. So let me just for me, I care. Okay, I care. There we go. Okay, so this is our Page of Wands. I like the character colors, especially in person. This is like really nice. The Knight of Wands. I like the pose and I like the way the wands are illustrated. I also like this queen. She's not she doesn't have like, you know, the typical like black cat and whatever, and don't honestly need that, but she has like, I appreciate the confidence in her eyes. Like it's very subtle, but she still shows confidence in who she is and her wand. Really like that. And even this king kind of has the same vibe going on, so that's cool. Now, interestingly, this is also in more reverse order. I guess it's just going to be what it is, and we're just going to get things reversed, and that's fine. Okay, moving on from that so I don't have to put everything in order. As you guys can see, so I didn't quite know that it was going to be so much this, because they said the cards were fully illustrated, and they are. When I talked to the shop owner, who, like the fiance who's like putting the deck out. So I did not realize this was a pip deck. And you guys know my thoughts on pip decks. I'm not usually a fan. It looks like it follows what's, I guess, more a style that's like related to Marseille. I mean, the Seven of Wands, you can at least see that there's some sort of conflict here. But the other ones didn't have that vibe as much for me. I don't really see, like, victory in this card, for instance. 5, you can get a sense that there's, like, some conflict also. And 4, there was some kind of marriage because there's, like, an egg there. But it doesn't, you know, it just doesn't have, like, the full, what I personally hope for. But I like this 3, even though it's, like, just pretty drawn. And the 2... This is actually kind of interesting. You could tell that there might have been some teamwork or like making choices, you know. And then the Ace. It is pretty, like, the illustration style I really like. I do wish it wasn't as pippish, but I do appreciate these these quartz, basically. I do like them. This is the Queen of Swords. She's got a strong stance to her. She works. I like her. The Knight of Swords, interestingly enough, is almost like a ninja. He's like covered up. Interesting. I like him though. King of Swords has definitely been through some things. But he works. And the Page. Interesting. I like her though. Okay. Those are those. Let's get an... Oh. Yeah. So this one is more illustrated. See, so this deck is interesting because it's like some of the pips get the meaning across, but some of them are like not as detailed. And this 9 is interesting because it's like... Interesting. I wonder if these were almost supposed to be the other way. The reason why I'm showing both of them is because this, obviously, this wrapped aroundness reminds me of the 8. Because the 8 is about being bound. Whereas this Eight of Swords kind of reminds me of the Nine, because I don't care, like, I'm not that kind of person, but, like, a lot of people think of ravens and crows as bad omens, which is more related to this card. So, interesting. I kind of think these two should have been swapped, but interesting. Interesting. Okay. Then the Seven of Swords. This is an interesting 7, though, because as you can see, the sword is stabbing through what looks to be a map. So some kind of deception, maybe, but really interesting. I kind of have to sit with this one. 6. This one's leaving the others behind. See, so this is more illustrative Pip. But the ones in the wands I didn't think were as much. This 5 of Swords is interesting. With a snake. I don't know if it has as much as the Pyrrhic victory vibe, but it's interesting. The 4 swords, they're not really at rest, but that's okay. Still a nice illustration. Wow, this is an interesting 3, though. Because as you can, it's not stabbed through, but there's like blood dripping. So you still get like the heartbreak kind of vibes. And then the 2, of course, is to cross still. So that makes sense. And there's the moon and the sun. And the ace. I really like the way that this ace is drawn, though. I don't know why. But I do. I like this ace. Okay. Now we are into the pentacles. This is the Queen of Pentacles. She's interesting. Feel like it could have gone more in an earthy direction. You do see it on the top here, but it's still nice. Oh, Page. Okay. Page of Pentacles. Very nice. Whoa. Okay. This Knight of Pentacles, though, is really freaking cool. This is giving me almost like anime vibes, but that's really cool. Really different and interesting. And the King of Pentacles. Interesting. He definitely gives more King of Pentacles. Maybe, I don't know, because there's like more vegetal, like nature qualities. So he works a little bit more than the Queen did for me. Okay. Interesting. So these... Oh, interesting. Oh, it's like different kinds of currency. This looks like, what's it called? Man, I'm not going to remember the name. Never mind. But this reminds me of something else. But interesting. So these ones, as you can see, they're more, again, they're illustrated, but they're not like, they're pips, basically. These are pips. This is interesting, though. These 8s at least show that there was, like, a struggle to get to the point of, like, a perfect pentacle. The hard work. So that works for me. And then this one's, like, planting the seeds. You could even say this one's generosity. You can see some of it. But some of the later ones don't feel as if they're... Like, you can still... They don't feel like as pips with feelings. This one does, though. You can see that, like, there's desolate, things are starting to break and stuff. And then this person's being tighter with the money. That's literally on, like, strings, held tighter. So this bit's work for me. But then, like, this doesn't work as much for me, you know. Because you still don't see the teamwork. Yeah, you don't really see the teamwork aspect to this. And then, interestingly, they're braided together, but you don't see, like... I mean, I guess you can say they're balancing a little. Like, how do you get them to be on the same plane, you know? You can still see the balancing act, I guess, with this. And then this is the ace. So, finally, then, this after the ace, we've got... the cups. This is the Queen of Cups. This queen is really fascinating because her face, or their face, you know, covered up. And definitely gives that mysterious queen vibes. I like that. Okay. Page of Cups. Interesting. The Knight. Little cheeky. You can see only a little bit of them, though. Could have upped the romanticness of this, but still cool illustration. King of Cups. He's nice, though. I like him. He works as a King of Cups for me. And then we have 10 of Cups. Interesting. See, I feel like all the, it's like these ones, that like the 10s, 9s, and 8s don't show as much of like pips with feelings as I kind of hope. I mean, you could tell this is the nicest of the cups, and that this cup is leaving the others behind, or maybe they're leaving that cup behind. I guess you get it a little bit. But like, for instance, the 7 of Cups. I personally like when the options are shown. Like the choices that have to be made. So this one doesn't work as much for me. But there's still, I will say, this is still like very lovely illustrations. So I'm not like, in 6 of Cups, like I'm not 100% mad at this. But like, just to say, like, it would be awesome as a deck if it had more like an more of the interesting illustrations of the people and such. Okay, but the 5 of Cups, you can see this is actually interesting because all the others are broken and this one is like the shining one, so I guess you have to get through the shit to get to the good cup. Maybe that's the interpretation from this one. The 4 of Cups, they're all in different positions. Interesting. 3 of Cups. Well, you can tell that they're celebrating, so that's good. And then these two are like joined together. And then finally, the Ace. Interesting. Okay. I'm curious to see, because like I said, as you can see too, you could probably tell that it's like more rougher cut. I'm curious to see how this is going to shuffle. I only do overhand. Sorry, guys. I don't riffle shuffle. You guys know this if you watch my channel a while. It clumps a little, but it's fine. So my final thoughts is that this is definitely a pip style deck. Won't please everybody because of that, but I like the way that's illustrated. I really like this artist's like vibes. You should definitely check out her Instagram because she has some really cool tattoos. Like, if more of that, I think, was like that style of like incorporating because she has like animals, but then there's people, and then there's like almost like furry kind of art a little bit, but like other stuff too. I think that would have been really cool with this deck instead of like more of the pips. But this isn't bad. The cardstock is, like I said, it's like kind of on the papery side. Not 100% a fan, but it's almost like raised too, so you can like feel the bits and bobs. But not the worst offender I've ever had of cardstock. So it's not bad. But I didn't know what to expect, and I'm glad that I found this deck. And I think that it should get some more traction. There's some really interesting takes in this deck too. I liked, I think the quartz, what I'm noticing, this would be a good deck for people who want to know more about the quartz, like study court cards. I do like the quartz in this one. I also saw there was some interesting and good choices in the majors. Like that tower card was so freaking cool. I'm still remembering that. So this is a cool deck. I hope it gains more traction in time, or maybe like if the creators can get enough funds to do like I don't know, like a wider printing, because I don't know how much of a printing there is of this, but it is currently available on Etsy. So if you all want to get it, you can. But yeah, thank you all for watching if you did. I hope you discovered a cool new deck that you might be interested in adding in your collection. I'm glad I took a chance on it. It's something different. So again, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all again next time. Bye!